everyone, and welcome to Survive This Crit RPG edition, where Kylie and I will try and figure out if we can survive the horror movie. And welcome to our Sixth Sense RPG episode, where we're going to discover whether or not Kylie can survive the Sixth Sense movie.
Yes.
So let me ask you this, Kylie. Can you tell what the ending's going to be?
I see dead people.
Oh, Kylie. No.
Okay, I cannot wait. So,
You have much to learn.
what RPG are we playing?
Good question. So we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu, and we're going to be mostly focusing on a storyline for trying to keep your sanity intact. Hence the reason we're playing Call of Cthulhu.
Is this going to be another Blair Witch project? Because I don't know if I can handle that.
We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Oh no. Okay, so I am Agent Kylie of D.E.A.D. I'm using my Call of Cthulhu character sheet, and I'm actually using the same character sheet I used as Lorraine. You know what? These ladies are related. You know, Lorraine's the grandmother to Kylie. So,
Oh, we're going to have
Ky-
to make up a story where we find out that the two are actually related. Like there's some lineage going on here.
I didn't make it up. It happened. It's already happened. So Kylie, agent of Agent D.E.A.D, she's playing off of I got the Call of Cthulhu character sheet, and I've got my D10, both D10s. So let's go. I'm ready.
Your percentile die.
My percentile die.
All right. So we're going to start off. Kylie, you have been sent on a mission to Philadelphia. It's a recruitment mission because it's become apparent to D.E.A.D that there is a prodigy spirit seer named Cole who has been tapped as a potential candidate for the new kids program.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say new because according to canon, you were picked up as a kid to D.E.A.D. So
Mm-hmm.
into the new kids or into the current kids program for D.E.A.D.
I love that.
Department of Evil.
Admiralities deterrent.
Oh, man, I'm the one who made this up. How did I forget? Department of Evil Abnormality Deterrence. For those who don't know yet.
Yes. And for those of you who are first time listeners, make sure to listen back on all the RPGs, especially the ones that Nick DMs, because all of them are connected. Nick has done an amazing job making sure they're all connected. Most of mine are separate one offs. They're really fun too, but please take time to watch how the story of Agent Kylie of D.E.A.D unfolds. Nick has done a brilliant job seaming them together.
Oh, thank you, Kylie. Appreciate that. So here we go. Starting right off. So you're in Philadelphia, you're out on the streets, and you see a 10-year-old boy down the sidewalk.
Okay.
How do you proceed?
Down the sidewalk. I don't
Yeah.
want to scare him. I am going to
I
go
should
up.
also probably I should also probably mention, just for the sake of the story, yes, you have a picture of Cole with you, and he it looks like Cole. So
Okay,
you know it's
cool.
Cole.
I'm going to go up to him similar to how I was brought into this organization, and I'm going to use some fast talk. So I'm going to go right up to him and say, "Hey kid, I'm not sure if you've ever experienced anything strange, like you can see things that aren't there, but I'm here to tell you I've seen them too. And I'm here to invite you to D.E.A.D Kids Edition." And I'm going to roll fast talk to make sure I can actually do this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can. I got 42%, and my percentage is 60.
So he looks up at you. First thing he says in his little 10-year-old voice, he goes, Normally, something normally people introduce themselves before they talk to me.
Why did he become British?
I am a sophisticated 10-year-old. Here, let's try it.
No, I
Let's
love
try
it.
some.
Keep it. No, keep it.
Okay, we're
It's
gonna
so
keep it.
good.
We're gonna keep it.
It's so
Let's do it.
good. Okay. Apologies for my abruptness. I figured you'd like to know straightforward, as I was brought into this program at a very similar age, in a very similar
What
fashion.
what program?
Wow, he's not very bright, is he?
He knows
Agent,
nothing. He knows
I
nothing
just
about
said it.
dead.
Oh, sorry. Let me back up. Let me rewind the tape here. I am a part of an organization called D.E.A.D, dealing with evil abnormality deterrence. And what we do is we protect the world from monsters, and in cases like a gift of your own, we help monsters get to the other side.
You help monsters?
We help
Well,
the good spirits that want to get to the other side, but we defeat the monsters.
oh, okay. Well, that's really great that you do that. Can you help me? I'm trying to help someone right now. Do you think you could help me?
Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go help them.
Okay. But first off, I need to tell you something. Maybe you don't know this about me.
I'm here. I'm all ears.
Now, this might be shocking to you, but and he leans in really close to tell you. I see dead people. Do you
That's
believe me?
I do, and I'm here to help.
Wow.
All right, let's go. Let's go deal with this dead person. And I'm probably gonna have to roll a cult for this probably a couple times because I my cult score is really low. Um, but
Okay.
yeah,
He looks at you and goes, suddenly he seems less nervous around you. He goes, okay, well, let me give you the breakdown of how this works.
okay.
Now, you can't see them, but I can. There's this ghost of this woman, Tammy Birkins. She says that she died of lung stage 4 lung cancer in her mid 20s. She you see that hospital over there? He points across the street.
Yeah.
She died in that hospital. There was a terrible fire that killed everyone in there.
Oh boy.
And she died in that fire. And she left behind a daughter
Oh. Who's the
who
daughter? Do you know her?
she says her name's Beatrice.
Beatrice.
Hmm.
And but you don't know her. Do you know what she looks like, or have you been led to her?
Tammy hasn't shown me Beatrice yet, but she's telling me that I need to help her find a gift for Beatrice. She had a gift that she wanted to give her before she died. That was 25 years ago.
Wow. Okay. So where
And
did
she needs
she
help. She needs help getting the gift to her daughter.
Well, I think we can definitely do that. So should we check the hospital first, or do you know where Tammy used to live?
See, that's the thing. It's been 25 years. Tammy doesn't really remember where she lives. The last thing she really remembers is just being in the hospital. And so we have to figure out. She says that they might have some type of records or something somewhere where we can figure out and piece together where she might have lived before she died, but we have to find her old place of residence and find the gift that she hid somewhere and then give it to her daughter.
That sounds like a plan. I mean, the first part sounds great. I like the idea of breaking into a hospital, essentially. So, you game?
He looks at you and he goes, I'm game.
Okay. I want to try to break in through the back, get in through the back door undetected. I have a pretty good, like, conceal score and a pretty good hide. So, I think I'm going to try that.
Okay, so you got to explain it to Cole.
So, Cole, what we're going to do is I'm going to sneak in. You are, as soon as we sneak in, if you find a bathroom, can you kind of hide and wait in one of the bathrooms? And I will come back with a gown for you and a tray. And I'm going to come back looking like a doctor, but just know that it's me. That's my game plan. I'm going to sneak in, get into the staff room, and get a set of scrubs, and then try to find like a gown or you know what? Actually, I'm making this way too complicated. Cole should just stay outside. I can get in, steal a doctor costume and doctor uniform, and go into the records room myself.
Cole looks at you and he says, I feel much safer staying with you.
Ah,
And then you see him kind
incredible.
of look off into you see him look past you as if he's staring at something else and he's looking in horror.
There's
And
something
now
behind me, isn't there?
he nods at you and goes, and he has to roll a. So we'll do D6 for damage rolls because there's
Mm-hmm.
going to be more coming ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll say
It's six,
6.
isn't it? Okay.
It is.
That was not,
You
I mean,
take
that was a little bit better.
so you are at 54, and so is Cole. Your guys' sanities are tied together.
Crap.
Um,
Okay.
but
I'm
he
going,
looks so he's looking at horror and he goes, I please don't let me go in there alone.
okay.
Don't leave me alone.
Okay,
There's
Cole.
so many of them. There's
Okay,
so
Cole.
many of them.
Okay, Cole,
And
just come with me.
he grabs your
I'm,
hand really tight now.
okay. Kids are cool, but don't grab my hand so tight. All right, let's try to conceal ourselves as we enter. I'm gonna roll to see if I can be hidden as I enter. Do I need a roll for Cole too, or does he need a roll for himself?
Sure, we will have Cole and we'll have him. I'll roll for Cole and we'll just have him have the same skills as you because we'll just say that since he's with you, he has the benefit of your skills helping him out.
Okay, so I just concealed myself successfully sneaking in. I came in undetected. And what I would
Okay.
like to do is find like a staff locker room to see if I can open.
So what's your skill for stealth?
Let's see. Stealth is 20%. I conceal is 60, but I
Oh,
could use
conceal is
either.
60. Okay, so we'll say conceal and I have to roll for Cole and also get below 60.
Okay.
87.
Gosh, dang it. So I get in with no problem and Cole gets caught. What? How does he get caught?
So there happens to be a nurse that you guys you walk in through the back door as you said.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in undetected. A nurse happens to see Cole. She comes over, uh, kneels down so well, kind of bends her knee so she's staring at him at eye level. Just,
Mm-hmm.
hey there, sweetie. What are you doing back here? Cole just up at her. He's looking at her eye to eye and will say, uh, uh, because he's seeing stuff
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty frightening. And the nurse kind of just looks at him and she goes, "Oh, honey, you must there must be something terrible going on here. Let me take you." And she grabs on the Cole. She takes his hand and starts leading him over to the front lobby area. She's she thinks like, "Oh, you must be here waiting for someone."
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna still sneak into the locker room. I'm gonna let him chill in the lobby because he's slowing me down. So I'm going to sneak into the locker room and put on a disguise. My disguise score is 50%, but I'd like to sneak into the staff room and be able to acquire a pair of scrubs. So let me roll to see if I can complete a disguise. Heck yeah, I can. Wow, I'm rolling really good. Much better than the
Hmm.
last time we played Call of Cthulhu. So I rolled like a 10%. So, according to those rules, I'm able to find a perfect pair of scrubs that makes me look very doctory. And I even have a face mask so I can cover my face and a little cap as if I just got out of surgery.
Okay. So you begin to I'm assuming you begin to look around, right?
Yeah,
Where are you
well,
going
so
first?
now that I'm in disguise, I do want to find Cole because I know I can't do this by myself. Now that I'm in disguise, I want to go back by the front lobby and see if Cole's there. And if he is, then I'm gonna try to talk to a receptionist about going to the records room.
Okay. So you walk over to the front lobby. You walk over there undetected because your disguise is so perfect.
Yes.
So you made it to the front lobby and you see Cole. He's sitting in one of the chairs. He's gripping it pretty tight. You notice. And you can see that he's kind of shaking a little bit. And you're gonna have to well, why don't you walk up to him and see what happens?
I don't want to walk up to him now. I'm but I am going to swing by and be like, hey, Cole, it's me. It's Kylie. I lower my mask a little bit, be like, hey, it's Kylie. Just hang tight for like 2 more minutes. I'm going to go grab those records.
There's someone here. They're in the lobby.
Okay.
It's a man. It's a man. One half of his face is missing.
Can I provide psychological support to him? I have psychology as a gift. Any chance that I can convince him
We
to.
have to roll a d6 right now for sanity.
No!
5. At that point, you start to get a kind of a headache a little bit,
Crap. Okay.
as if like something is searing in your brain.
That's a real bummer. Okay, so can I try to convince Cole to
And
go
that's
to it?
exactly what you say as you rub your brain and you're in front of him. You go, "That's a real bummer."
That's usually what I say when I get my migraines, except I usually add a at the beginning or end of that. So I want to do a psychology roll though to see if I can convince him to kind of go to his mental happy place and give me like 10 minutes to find this record. So I'm going to roll psychology 50. I got it. I got it exactly 50%. So can I convince Cole, be like, okay, Cole, just close your eyes. Imagine a river that is running, going blub, 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 a river that is flowing, and imagine beautiful sunshine, and you're playing with your family, and everything is all right. And it's just you guys out in the beautiful wilderness with no one else around.
I don't know if I can.
Can you try for me? I have persuade. Could I use persuade?
Okay, use persuade.
Okay, I have 70% for. I'm gonna roll persuade. So let's see.
Okay.
21. That's a full success. So I rolled correctly. And what I'm gonna say to him is, hey, whenever I get scared, one thing I think of is de. Oh crap! I don't remember it in Latin anymore. I try to think of recite like words over and over again. Do you have like a saying that you like to recite that calms you down? Like, oh Lord, I cry out to you, or deep the Latin version of that.
Wow, what a coincidence. He still has his eyes closed right now, and he nods his head. Hmm.
Okay, so just remind yourself that, repeat that over and over again, and picture just a beautiful sunshine and a beautiful river for you to play in with your family. And I will be right back, okay? I promise.
Can I come with you?
I don't think they're gonna let you back there with me. So give me like 10 minutes, okay? I promise you'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay,
He
so
starts to hum a little song.
oh, I love that. So I go up to the reception desk and say, so I go up to the receptionist and say, hey, I'm a new resident at this hospital and I need access to the hospital records because I'm treating a new patient that has a genetic condition and we've seen their ancestor before and I want to make sure my notes are correct. So I did, in all honesty, roll a failing roll, even though my speech just now seemed very convincing, but I did roll a failing roll.
Okay. She doesn't even really look up at you or give you the time of day, but another
Crap.
doctor happens to be walking up just kind of flashes her badge,
Hmm.
and she goes, "Hey Tiff, can you let me in?" She goes, "Sure." Does a little press a little buzzer button, and the doors open. You're still
I'm gonna follow her in, but I'm gonna like be stealthy about it.
yeah, okay. So you're walking in stealthy, following behind this doctor.
Hmm.
And where to next?
So, am I in the records room at this point, or where am I?
You're close to the records room. So
What does the
let's
area
see.
look like that I'm in?
Right now you're at a hallway. At the end of the hallway, you can see a room that says records. But along the hallway, there's three doors to the left and three doors to the right for other rooms. And you'd have, if you wanted to go and look at any of those, you'd have to go check those out.
Okay. So I'm gonna just go straight to the records room first and see if I can find Tammy's name and see if I can find an address or anything like that in the records room.
So you reach for the doorknob of the records room, and as you do, Cole comes up behind you.
Son of a. Hey, Cole, what's up? Didn't I tell you to wait for me?
I did, but then I started to see more people, and I just I kind of just followed you. You probably didn't see me because I'm so good at sneaking.
Yeah, that you really were sneaky. That was better than I thought you could be. So, okay, well, let's go into this records room together. Let's try to open it.
Okay.
Is the door
Yeah, the door opens just fine.
okay? So we're gonna search the records and see if we can find Tammy a file for her. So
Do you know her last name?
you told it to me and I don't remember, but Cole knows her last name, which is important. Hold on, I gotta find my die. I dropped it and now I can't find it. Cole told me her last name. I can roll a listen ability to see if I remember it, but I personally don't remember it.
Hmm. It seems like it might just be easier for you to, ask Cole again.
Hey Cole, what's her name again?
Tammy Birkins.
Tammy Birkins. Okay, so I'm looking through everything. Do I find her stuff?
You're walking, so as you open up the door for the records room, you notice it's kind of a dark, gloomy, kind of wet area. Like this place has clearly not been well kept. There's even a
That's
rusty
gross.
pipe kind of dripping a little bit on the ceiling of the room.
Blech. Okay,
This is clearly the most scary place in the hospital.
clearly.
Clearly. As you start to walk down, you notice Cole isn't coming down with you. He seems to be petrified again.
Ah, I'm gonna tell Cole. Hey Cole, hold my hand and close your eyes. Actually, just kidding. Hop on my back and close your eyes. I'm gonna take you through this room. Just close your eyes and whatever you do, don't open them.
Cole looks at you and he goes, I can hear them. I can hear them all.
Okay, if I put you on my
There.
back as a piggyback and you go like this and put your hands over your ears and close your eyes?
He says, I'm a little old for piggybacks. But he does close his eyes, cover his ears. He kind of like gestures his elbow, like, hey, lead me.
I keep leading him through the records room as I'm trying to find the her file. And do I find it?
So you go down to the stairs that were at the entrance of the records room, and there's just basically it's very dimly lit. I was kind of talking about that earlier. It's dimly lit. There's only like two light bulbs, really, kind of
Okay.
keeping the entire room lit, and it's just dark and damp. And there's just a bunch of different filing cabinets. None of them are clearly labeled,
Oh my gosh, of course. Crap.
and it's a long corridor like hallway. So the filing cabinets themselves aren't labeled, but there are rooms, like there are doors that have numbers on them, look like they might be years, as if to suggest
Oh.
like oh, you know, this stuff that occurred in 1987 or something like that.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I tap Cole's elbow and I have him unplug his ears really quickly while his eyes are closed. And I'll say, "Hey, did Tammy tell you what year she died? Do you have any information on that?"
He goes, I already told you 25 years ago.
Okay. So I'm going to go into a room marked 1998, kind of guiding Cole along as he's still, humming and hiding.
Okay. You're walking towards the room and you notice one of the light bulbs that is just kind of keeping this room just barely lit. And suddenly it looks as if it's like intensifying to you,
Oh,
getting brighter
no.
and brighter. And all of a sudden you start getting another searing headache in your brain.
Okay.
So
I yell. Okay.
roll a d6.
I I got a 5. I am at 44 sanity. So I've lost a third of my, or a quarter of my freaking sanity points. So I'm obviously not doing great right now.
And you also, for some reason, you hear like a loud horn from a semi truck,
Oh, God.
as you also see that the light is intensifying. Cole looks up at you and says, "Is everything okay?"
Say, yeah, Cole, it's fine. Let's keep moving.
You open your eyes and you notice like everything's okay. So a little mysterious what happened there.
It's a little seeing dead people moment there, a little interacting with the dead, but I am gonna keep trudging on.
Okay. You walk up to the door that says 1988
1998.
and 1998, sorry. And you walk in and you just start to notice. So it's just a room with filing cabinets. Each one of the walls is just filing cabinet next to filing cabinet next to filing cabinet.
Oh
And
no. Are they labeled? Like, is there letters or anything that indicates what they are?
there are,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not organized. The labels are numbers and letters, combination numbers and letters.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So those obviously mean something different than just like their last name. Can I try to roll something to understand that?
Sure. Roll for library use.
That's what I was gonna suggest. That was a good call. Uh, oh yeah, that was a fail of a roll by a lot.
Oh no.
That was a fail.
Okay.
Like I got 85% on that. That was a big
Oh
fail.
boy. Okay. I'll have Cole roll. What's your skill in library use? Is just the default 20?
Yeah, it's just the default.
Okay, let's see what Cole gets. 12.
Yes, Cole did it. Okay, so
He looks at the cabinets and he goes, they all seem to match the room numbers of the different floors in the hospital.
okay, so if we find her file in one of these, then we'll find which room she was in. So we need to go through these as quickly as we can to see if we can find which one it was. So can we start just opening these and trying to find the right one and then connecting it to the room number?
You can. You say you're just gonna go for a random search?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go and you approach the filing cabinets, you pull them out, and you just see, what you would typically expect, just lines and lines of different folders. The cabinet itself said H00 to H99. And then you see all the folders are labeled H00, H01, H02, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So what do you do next?
So the H and zeros, do those match a floor number or those the letters for like a name?
Polixene says H is one of the floors. It stands for the for heart as like a cardiology.
Okay. So that's a heart floor. What condition did Tammy? She said she had lung cancer. So let's find one that starts with L.
Okay.
So do we see one that starts with L in there or LU? Probably rather.
Yes, you see a cabinet that has L on it. So there's
Okay.
four different drawers, L00 to L99, L100 to L199, and repeat the pattern until all the way leading up to L400.
Okay. Cole, when she approached you, did she have any like number identifier? Like, did she have a hospital bracelet on that would have identified what number she was? Or do we need to open all these files?
He didn't say.
Oh, of course. All right. I'm going to use library use again and see if I can flip through these pretty quickly and try to find her name. And that is a miss. A fail. Hooray.
So you begin to look through the filing cabinet. You reach for one of the folders, and
Mm-hmm.
now you have to roll a d6.
Oh, no. Crap. I feel like this game is triggered against me. I may go insane. 30. I got 6 points of damage just now.
Oh no. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have 38.
Yeah. Yes, I'm aware. So
Okay.
I'm losing sanity real fast.
You get another burning sensation going on in your head. You look at the folder, but for some reason the letters are shifting on you.
Okay, that's useful. What does it say?
Uh, it says K. You just see the letter K.
And I can I open the file and try to read what's in there?
Yes, you can. But you look, and all you see is the letter K.
That's
And
weird.
then everything else is kind of grayed out.
Okay. Cole, I passed it over to him. What does this say?
He looks at it and he says, "It looks like it's for a patient that was in room L44 back in the year 2015.
What was the patient's name?
It says Hugh Burnson."
Okay. I don't want to freak you out. I think Hugh Burson is here trying to mess with us because I can't see what's on that file. We have to find Tammy's file though. Can you try to find it because I can't see what all the files are just say the letter K. I can't read it.
He looks up at you and he goes, "Okay, I could try and talk to Tammy.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's try to talk to her.
I don't see her though. I think she might be back upstairs."
Upstairs? You knew what floor she was on this whole time? Let's go to the lung floor. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of this records room before I lose any more sanity.
That doesn't mean she's gonna be on her floor. These ghosts, these dead people, they just come to me.
Okay, well, let's go to the lung floor because that's where she died. Maybe we can get more information on that floor. I want us to keep looking through these file cabinets, but it doesn't seem like that's leading anywhere. And I'm also running out of time. I'm going to start saying gibbly goop goosh pretty soon. So let's go up to the lung floor.
As you exit the room, you're walking down the hallway. Cole kind of looks back as if he's staring at something,
Oh, Cole, put your hands over your eyes again.
and he has to roll a d6. He
Do
says,
I
"I
have to?
no, he has to because he sees something." Cole starts to make a run up the stairs, and you only take one hit. Cole does too.
One hit of what? Sanity
No,
damage?
you take one sanity damage.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're gonna go and run up and try to catch up with him, right?
I don't want to follow him at this point because I feel like you're luring me into something. Is there an elevator nearby?
No, it's just the stairs.
Fuck. All right, I'm gonna observantly and calmly go up the stairs.
You go up the stairs and you notice Cole. He's got his back to a wall. He's
Mm-hmm.
kind of breathing heavily.
Cole, put your hands over your eyes. We're not gonna make you out of here, okay? If you don't do that.
Just then, you hear a voice off in the distance. It goes, "Hey, what are you doing in here?" So Cole looks over, and it's a doctor. It's the same doctor that you followed in.
I'm gonna use persuasion
Okay.
and try to talk my way out of this. Oh yes, and it was a win. Hi, I am a
Okay.
new resident at this hospital, and this young gentleman here, Cole, his family member just came out of surgery on the lung floor. So I was just giving him a little bit of a tour because he was getting pretty squeamish when his aunt was coming out of surgery. So we took a little walk and we got some air, and now we're headed back up to that floor.
Ooh, pretty good. Good thinking on your feet there.
Thank you.
The doctor walks up to Cole, looks at him, and says, "Sweetie, what are you doing down here? You shouldn't be over here."
I
Uh,
just
all
told you what he's doing down here.
here, and she takes Cole's hand and says, "Let's take you back up to the lobby."
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. He really wants to go see his aunt now. I think he's ready. So, do you mind if we go?
Cole looks at the doctor and says, "I want to see my aunt."
And
He
I'm
goes,
gonna roll again to make sure that this will work. Yeah, I that was a win again, a success. So
"Okay." The doctor goes, "Okay, sweetie, do you know which room your aunt is in?"
that's what we're working on figuring out. So we'll take care of it from here. We're doing great. I can roll fast talk if I need to because I did pretty bad with that.
Cole kind of shakes his head, and so the doctor goes, "Let's go back up to the lobby. You can try and we'll figure out what room your aunt is in." Okay. The doctor, she takes him back up to the lobby.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the lung floor and try to get the heck out of here. I go up to the lung floor and I'm just kind of on a wild goose chase at this point because I don't even have the room number. How many rooms are on this floor?
Well, luckily you're in the cardiology building. So that means that like lungs, hearts, stuff like that, they're all kind of in the same grouping. So there's not much. There's the lung floor, the heart floor, and then there's the surgery floor for, like operating room, stuff like that. So lung floor would be you go up to an elevator and you notice that patients that are dealing with lung problems are on floor number 3.
Okay, so I press 3 and I head up there, and yeah, I'm on my way up. I'm honestly hoping I can just interact with another ghost so I can try to talk to them because I should have that type of training because I'm freaking Kylie from D.E.A.D. So I've been really letting these migraines get the best of me so far, which is dumb. So I'm
Mm.
going to get up to the top floor. And can I roll an occult roll to see if my spiritual senses are more in tune now that I've gone like halfway insane? That I can sense ghosts and kind of try to communicate with one?
So you're just talking about using your occult score, right?
Yeah. I figured that's the closest thing on here.
Okay. Try and speak with a ghost.
Yeah.
I would say that's a worthy skill that you've probably learned to describe your whole process here. What is
Well,
this ritual for
I
talking?
failed anyways, so it doesn't matter. This is a Blair Witch
So you
Project all over again.
so you went through your whole process and there's just no response. What else do you do?
I did not plan this very well. I'm going to go up. Is there like a check-in desk for that particular floor?
You're exiting the elevator. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
say that you were doing a little ceremony in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
You exit the elevator, and immediately off to your right is a desk that's kind of a semicircle. You notice there's someone who looks like a receptionist in scrubs who is by the desk
Okay.
or is sitting behind the desk rather.
I'm gonna go up to the receptionist and use persuasion and say basically along the lines of, "Hi, I'm a new resident treating a new patient who has a very similar lung condition to a patient that we had 25 years ago who went by the name of Tammy Perkins. So I'd really like to get a hold of her record and find out what room she was in. And the records room down there is just very confusing. So would you have any idea about who this person was? Because I'd really like to study their file to cross examine with my current patient. And I can roll
Okay.
to achieve that.
Roll for persuasion. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, that was a success. Woo! I persuaded her.
Okay. She looks up at you, and then all of a sudden, you hear like a very loud beep. It turns out it's a monitor flatlining. And you just hear a doctor go, we're coding in here. Hurry, someone get in here. And the receptionist behind the desk, who also happens to, just be a nurse, she's just, doing taking care of some of the filing jobs at the time, runs up and goes around the desk and rushes into the room.
Okay,
So she
I'm
leaves
gonna
the desk
go behind
empty.
her desk. Yes, I'm gonna go behind her desk and look through her files and through her online database because it's 2023 and see if she has any of that information about Tammy. So, what do I find from doing that research?
It's signed out. You have to guess her password.
Okay. Oh no. I have a 50% psychology score. Do you think if I try to psychologically analyze her that I can figure out who she is because of that?
You mean in the 10 seconds where you talked to her and she said nothing?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Let's see it.
Well, I mean, if you don't think it makes sense, I'll do something else, but I'm running out of time and hope here. So, okay. So for my score, so I rolled a 35% and I have 50 for it. So, in theory, that
Okay.
would be a win.
So take me through your whole psychological process. What is your
My
process
process.
here, and what have you determined that the password is?
Okay. So I determined that she's the type of person who can be very forgetful because she's very reactive and jumps into things and is not much of an observer. So I assume she'd want her password to be something that's easy to remember, like something very simple, like lungs for life. But you got to use the number 4 and use a Y instead of an I for life. So that because she's a Gen Zer, she's a young nurse. So I'm assuming based on that information that she follows all the rules for creating a password by spelling things slightly incorrectly.
Okay.
So,
So you try. Are you gonna try that password then?
yeah.
Lungs for life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You try it, and it does not work.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and are the files on the
But
desk readable?
but wouldn't you know it, Kylie? You notice a little yellow slip, a little tab of paper behind the
Gosh.
computer monitor.
Is it a password?
Reach for it. See.
Okay, so I grab it to see what it is.
It just says password 1234 on it.
Oh my gosh. So this girl was simpler than I thought. So I type in password 1234 and get onto the
And you're in.
database. Woohoo!
You're
Oh my
in.
gosh. Prison break. Okay, so I'm gonna try to navigate the computer and search for the online database by her name.
Okay. So the database immediately pops up. That's the first thing. Looks like she was already in the database before she went off.
Okay.
You see on the screen, it's just rows and rows of what looks like patient names, and there's a little search bar in the top right corner.
Okay, so I search Tammy's name.
So you start typing in her name. As you
Mm-hmm.
start to type in her name, you start to get another one of those searing headaches, though.
I speak out loud, not too loudly though. Say, If you are trying to mess with me, just tell me who you are. Stop trying to give me migraines for no reason. I can help you. Just tell me who you are.
Roll a d6.
Crap. Oh, I only got a 2 that time.
You start to hear the loud sound of a truck horn again for some reason.
Can I logically make the assumption that this person was probably hit by a car or was a truck driver who was in a wreck?
I mean, that's for you to decide if you want to make that assumption. I can't tell.
Okay,
I can't
so
control that.
I speak quietly as if I'm talking to myself, but I'm really talking to the ghost who's with me, saying, "Hey, I know you were in a automobile accident of some kind, and I can help you move on, but I need help to find Tammy first."
Roll for listening really quick.
Heck yeah, I got it. I can listen good.
Okay, so you're waiting for a response from the ghost, but what you hear instead is you hear over in the room nearest you, like maybe about 20 feet in front of you. It's the room where that girl behind the desk, the nurse, ran into, and you just hear a defibrillator going, and you hear a doctor yelling, "Clear! Clear!" And then you start to hear the heart monitor again. It's no longer flatlining.
Oh, well, good for them. That means I'm out of time, though. Okay, I quickly print the files on Tammy and get out from behind the desk.
Okay, roll for stealth.
Crap. My stealth is terrible. I got 55. And
Okay,
my stealth is 20.
okay. So the printer is very old and
Oh my.
loud. You just hear it go. There's no one here quite yet, but you start to hear some footsteps. What do you
Okay.
do?
I'm going to try to fast talk. I'm going to stand by the printer and be ready to fast talk and persuade my way out of this situation.
So you're standing by the printer. The nurse kind of pops her head out. You just hear, that's weird. I don't remember printing anything. Suddenly you start to hear the flatlining happening again. And then you just hear the doctor go, "Nurse, get back in here. We need you."
Who knew that some stranger dying could really help me out today? So, am I able to get my stuff printed cleanly and I can just figure out what room she was in based on that?
Yes.
Okay. So,
So,
with that, I need to go grab Cole and bring him to that room with me because he's going to be able to have the best insight and be able to communicate with them better than me.
okay. So you grab the papers, right?
Yeah, I stick them in
And
like the waistband of my scrubs and I go get Cole in the other lobby.
okay. So you come down to the lobby and you see Cole, and he's sitting in that chair again. He's still kind of shaky, but he
Mm-hmm.
seems to have calmed down a little bit.
Okay. I get Cole by the hand and I said, "Hey, look, I found her files. I think I know where to go from here. So let's go to her room." I take his hand and we head back up to the lung floor and based on her paperwork, I'm sure I can see what room she was in. So, we're going to head to her room.
Okay. So as you're looking at the paperwork,
Mhm.
it seems it's the same case again. You can't really make out what any of it says. A lot of the letters are grayed out, and you only see the letter K. Now there's another letter. Um, it's the letter E, and you see that just kind of sporadically throughout the paper.
Okay.
Um,
I give it to Cole and I tell him like you need to guide us to which room we should be in because I can't read it.
Cole kind of touches his head a little bit, and you're gonna have to roll a d6 right now.
Crap! I'm trying to rush so that way we can both make it out of here alive, and you're not letting me. Okay, it was only 3.
Okay, so you each have taken 3 hits of sanity. So Cole looks up at the paper, or he looks at the paper. He goes, "It says it's in room L22."
Okay, let's go. So we're gonna go to L22. Is there a
Okay.
person in there? Like when we approach the door, is there somebody else in there?
In the elevator?
No, in
Or
L22.
okay. So as you exit the elevator, you see three different signs, each with arrows pointing in different directions. One says L0 to L20. The next one pointing to the hallway directly in front of you says L21 to L40, and then so on with the next one. You go down that hallway, and there's just doctors kind of standing around. They seem to be busy, focused on their charts.
Okay.
They don't really notice you. They're more focused on their papers and their conversations going on.
Okay, good. That's great. Consider that a win. We're gonna go into L22 then.
You walk into L22.
Mhm.
Now what?
I'm gonna try to do the occult meditation thing again, so I can see if Cole and I actually, you know what? I'm gonna do listen because I feel like my sanity is almost at half. I'm gonna try listen and see if I can hear any ghosties in the room.
So roll for listen.
I got 0%.
Isn't that a critical failure? Okay, Kylie. So how are you listening? You're just taking it. What? Are you just taking a deep
Yeah,
breath
I'm
and
just
like,
being slow. I'm not like casting a spell or anything, but I'm just being like very observant of my surroundings because I'm half insane anyways.
well, Cole. So first, Cole looks at you. He goes, "What are you trying to do?"
I'm trying to hear where Tammy left this. I'm trying to tune in to the spiritual world.
Okay, you listen. You close your eyes. You take a deep breath. At first, there's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start to hear the truck horn again.
Oh my gosh. Just
Then you
come
hear
out
the.
here and show yourself.
Then you hear a screech, like the screeching of tires.
Okay.
And then you kind of hear a. You hear a scream, and it's a familiar scream, but you can't quite put your finger on it. I'm gonna have to ask you to roll 2d6.
Two?
You had a critical failure.
Well, I rolled a 6 right away, in case you're wondering, and then a 4. So now I'm down to 22. What happens if I go insane? Is D.E.A.D gonna kick me off the force? I honestly am tempted to tell Cole, let's abandon this mission and get help. I feel like that's gonna be a smarter idea at this point.
So now you're feeling a really bad searing pain on your headache. Like it's almost debilitating.
Ah!
Cole looks at you and goes, "Are you okay?"
I'm not okay. I think if you can't detect anything right now, we need to leave. And I need to take you to D.E.A.D to join the academy, but I can't defeat these alone. And that's part of being a part of D.E.A.D is you always have a team to back you up.
Hmm. So,
Do you like how I threw a sales pitch in there, even though I was in searing pain?
yeah, I love how you threw a sales pitch in there. That was great. Cole says, "Here, let me give it a try."
Okay, go ahead.
He closes his eyes. He takes a deep breath. He opens them again. Oh, duh. He looks at the file again. And he
Uh-huh.
says, "I see Tammy, and she's just looking at me." And she says, she's pointing right to her address on the file.
Oh my gosh. But we don't have the gift. I mean, is there any chance the gift is here?
No, she says she left it at the apartment, at this place of residence. She left
Okay.
it there because she didn't want to tell her daughter about what was actually happening to her. And
Oh.
she wanted to wait to give it to her.
Okay.
She thought she still had a few weeks to live.
All right. Well, we're going to go to her house right now. Let's go, kid. We got to get out of here because we're going to just keep getting worse and worse if we keep staying here. So,
Okay. As you're walking towards the elevator, you pass by that same room where that nurse had ran into, and you
uh,
start to get a little searing headache again. You notice Cole, and he looks petrified again. He sees something.
what do you see, Cole?
4 damage.
Okay. So I'm at 18. Cole, what do
Okay.
you see?
He says, I'm not I'm not sure what I see. I see more burn victims. And he just kind of looks he starts to like get on the ground. He's freaking out.
Okay, I'm also starting to freak out, and I grab his hand, and I'm gonna book it out of the building. Like he and I are gonna run. That's so dumb. We're gonna
Okay.
get caught. I want to take
No,
that
it's
back.
too late. Okay, okay. You grab him and you head towards the elevator, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You go down the elevator and you walk out safely, undetected.
Okay, so let's go head to that address and see if we can find it.
So it turns out Tammy doesn't live too far away. So she lives off of Bell Avenue. You find her apartment, and so it's you and Cole in front of the apartment building. It's a duplex. Her room, her place of residence, I guess is the better way to put it, is the one on the top. Now it's been
Ah,
25 years, so clearly, other people have lived there now.
yeah, which is unfortunate.
Cole looks at
So,
you. He says, Tammy tells me she remembers that she hid the gift. There's a loose floorboard in her room.
which
We
room
just
is
have
that?
she says if you walk into the room, there'll be a hallway to your left, and it's the room at the end of the hallway.
Okay. I am going to go. Can I tell if anybody's home just by being outside?
Roll for listening.
Okay. Okay. I got a 72, and mine is. So I did not make it by any means. I cannot hear anything. But
Yeah, so
that
you don't
being
hear
said,
anything. And it is still the middle of the day, so even if the lights aren't on, that doesn't mean there isn't anyone home.
okay. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to use hide, and I'm going to take off my scrubs first just so I'm in my regular gear, and I'm going to use hide and try to climb up to the second floor using climb and quietly break in through the window on that floor, like
And
the
what's Cole
bedroom
doing?
window. I tell Cole, why don't you knock on the door and tell them you're like a Boy Scout, that you're trying to raise money for a fundraiser? Do you think you can do that?
Okay. Do you want me to knock on the door right now?
Let me get to the back of the house and then go ahead, okay? So I go to the back of the house and he can go ahead and knock, and I'm gonna climb. I'm gonna roll for climb to see if I can climb up that. Yep, I can climb up with no problem to the window, and I'm gonna try to
Okay.
hide and break in.
Lucky for you, there's a fire escape, so your climb skill comes in handy with trying to jump up and grab the ladder for the fire escape. But otherwise, beyond that, it's quite simple.
Okay. So am I able to open the window, or do I have to try to break it?
You're able to open the window, and Cole is going to roll right now for persuasion because there's not really a lying skill here. So he rolls
Do
for
you
persuasion.
do you want
What's
it
your
to match
persuasion
mine?
skill? Yeah,
70.
perfect. He got a 12.
Yeah, go Cole.
As you open up the window, you hear in the background just Cole kind of talking about being a Boy Scout, and he's trying to raise money for, well, I guess no, he'd be a Cub Scout. So he's trying to sell popcorn.
Oh, cute. Okay, so I'm gonna break into the bedroom, sneak in, and feel around for the loose floorboards. Can I feel for the loose floorboard?
Roll for stealth really quick.
Okay, come on, you can do it. No, that was well over 20%.
You kind of make a noise, like a loud creaking sound, and then you hear Cole's conversation stop. There's just a little bit of quiet.
Okay,
Cole's going to roll for persuasion again.
okay,
So you got 8, which is great. You can hear that Cole's grabbed their attention again.
okay. So I'm gonna feel around the room and see if I can feel a loose floorboard. Am I successful in doing so?
You try one floorboard, and how are you feeling for the loose floorboards? Describe it.
Like I'm pressing my hand on either side of like each floorboard, just seeing if it's loose.
Okay. Well, the first couple feel pretty sturdy. But by the
Okay.
third one, you feel a looseness.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to pry open the floorboard using something in the room. I'm trying to see if I have something I can roll to. Oh, I have spot hidden. Just kidding. I'm gonna roll spot hidden and see if I can determine if that's the exact spot before I rip open the floorboard.
Okay.
Crap. I rolled above again. These are terrible rolls to
So
have for this character.
so you're just gonna have to try for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to open it. What is in the bedroom that I could possibly use to do that? Or am I just strong enough that I can kind of rip it open?
It's a
Strength?
loose floorboard, so you can just use your hands.
Okay, so I just use my hands and I open the floorboard. Do I see it in there?
Yes. So you see a little box.
Okay, I
It's
grab.
a it's a small black jewelry box.
Oh, I grab the box and put it in my pocket, and I quickly exit using the fire escape and close the window. Make sure the floorboard is kind of back in place, and I stay back behind the house. Actually, I'm gonna kind of walk past the house, walk past behind it, so that way Cole can see me leaving.
Okay. At that time, you have to make another sanity roll.
No.
You start to feel another headache coming on.
Okay, I got 4 points of damage from that one, so I'm down to 14.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no. It's happening fast. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit more crazy and more in pain, but I have the box.
You hear the horn again. The horn, you hear screeching,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like a burn, like someone's taking a branding iron and they're sticking it directly in the back of your head. It's really starting to piss you off.
Just leave me alone. And I'm gonna walk behind the house, walk past it so Cole can see me leaving, even though I'm like clutching my head in pain.
You make it past the residence. You make
Mm-hmm.
it to the window. You go down the fire escape. Cole says his goodbyes to them as he says, "Thank you for your." He doesn't have a hat. I don't know why I did this. But he says, "Thank you for your kind donation to the Cub Scouts of America. I'll let you know when your popcorn comes." And he leaves.
Cole, did you actually get money from them?
Yeah, $20.
Or okay. I'm glad they believed you. Normally we don't condone stealing, but my head is killing me. So let's where's her daughter? Where can we find her daughter? I have the box.
He looks at you and says, "You said your head was killing you? Are you okay? Like you looked like you were in pain back there."
Cole, don't worry about it. We really need to get out of here.
Okay. He looks at you and says, "Luckily Tammy knows where Beatrice still is. Her spirit has mostly been haunting her, trying to watch over her daughter."
Okay, so where is she?
She says she lives off of 6th Street
Okay, so we're
and
off of Bell.
she
How
can
far away?
it's about a 20-minute car ride over.
Okay. So are you up for a little car ride?
Sure. So
Yep. Oh, do I have my motorbike? Because Kylie with D.E.A.D always has her motorbike. And if I ran up to him near the hospital, I'm gonna put him and I on our bikes and let's go.
so you brought your motorbike for sure, but there happens to be a cab walking by, and Cole just kind of waves for the cab.
Cole, I have a bike. You don't have to pay money for a cab.
He looks at you and says, "But I already got money, see?"
Oh my gosh, Cole, this is not gonna go okay. Cole, can I try to persuade him to just take my bike? That way I know it's a sure shot that we're gonna get there.
Roll for persuasion.
That is I rolled over just a little bit.
Cole
Fine.
gets in the cab.
I get in the cab with Cole.
The cab driver looks back, kind of puzzled at Cole. It was he gives a little shrug. It was, "Where to, kid?"
Tells him the address, 6th Street. Let's go.
Yeah, Cole goes, "6th Street, please." He goes, "Fine, let's go." You make it to 6th Street 20 minutes later, and Cole is kind of guiding you now. He looks up and he says, "Tammy's showing me which house it specifically is."
Okay, great. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay, so Cole leads you up to this beautiful looking Pennsylvania, almost yeah, kind of rustic home. A white picket fence on it, a beautiful looking lawn. There's a pineapple on the windowsill. Not sure what that's about.
Oh, interesting.
You open up the gate for the picket fence that kind of borders the lawn of the house, and you go up. Cole is leading you by the hand, taking you up to the front door, and he knocks on the door. There's a woman who opens up the door.
Hmm.
She looks down at Cole and says, "Can I help you?"
Hi. Uh, we are old friends of your mother's, and we have something for you from her.
Cole looks up at her and says, "Here, I got your mother wanted you to have this." She looks kind of puzzled. She looks down at Cole and she sees that Cole has the jewelry box that you got. She opens up the jewelry box. She's kind of puzzled. She
Mhm.
goes, "How how do you know my mother?"
Let's just say we've been in touch.
She opens up the jewelry box and there's a little slip of paper in there. It's a note. She starts to read it. It says, "Beatrice, you're too young now to understand, but this might be the final time I get to see you. The doctor informed me I have little time left on this earth, which means I won't get to see you grow up. There's so much I wish I could see. Your first date with a boy, your high school graduation, your first job. I wish I could be there for it all. Unfortunately, I won't, and I'm scared. But I have faith that you will grow into a strong woman. I want you to understand that my battle with cancer has been a formidable challenge. It has also brought clarity and perspective to my life. Throughout these difficult times, you have been my rock, my source of hope, and my reason to keep fighting. Your unwavering support, your smiles, and the love we've shared have given me strength beyond measure. As I face the inevitable journey that lies ahead, I want to reassure you that my love for you will never fade. Though my physical presence may be absent, my spirit will continue to watch over you, protect you, and guide you. You will always be in my heart, as I hope to forever be in yours." She
Oh,
looks down.
that kind of
She
got
looks.
me. Damn, Nick. Hold on. My insanity score is so low. I'm crying a lot. Okay, I'm good. Agent Kylie is just like tearing up
She
as she reads it. Okay.
there's a little tear. There's a little tear that kind of comes down from her eye. She's really mystified now, because that does sound like her mother.
Hmm.
And she looks down into the jewelry box to examine its contents, and there's a chain there with a heart-shaped pendant, a locket. She opens up the locket, and it's a picture of her as before her mom died when she was 6, and her mother. She looks down at Cole again. She goes, "Who are you?"
Can we fast talk our way out of this? Because I'm about to go insane. I have a feeling. So,
Cole will roll for fast talk right now. What's your fast
okay.
talk score?
60. I'm just like kind of quietly crying in the corner because all the migraines and all the emotional impact of today has been a lot.
Cole got 74.
No. Can I roll? Can I try to roll?
Cole looks up at her and he goes, "It's really hard to explain. Let's just say that I I had someone from the hospital talk to me saying that they found this gift for you." She's still kind of confused because it doesn't really sound believable.
Can I use conceal? And I don't know. I assume with this type of operation I'm working for, I have like some sort of spray or something that I can spray in her face to make her forget that she saw us, but remember the sentimentalness of the gift. Is that a possibility?
Go ahead and roll for conceal.
Oh yeah. I got I got it. I got 51 and my conceal is 60.
Okay, you reach for it in your pocket, but there's
Uh-huh.
nothing there.
No, wait, I rolled a success. I didn't fail, Nick.
Roll a d6, Kylie.
No. happening. It's failing. Oh my gosh, I got 5. I have only 9 sanity. What am I doing at this point? How am I even functioning?
You start to get a burning headache again. Cole looks at you. He looks over at her, at Beatrice, and he goes, I have to go now. And Beatrice kind of nods her head, like, okay. And she shuts the door. And you're on the floor at this point.
Can I
You
advise
hear
Cole to call, like, can I give him my phone, my emergency phone, so he can call Big Chief Mac Gob?
Cole looks Cole looks at you. He asks you really quickly, what just happened there?
The dead people have been coming after me too, Cole. Every time you're seeing them, I'm feeling them. So we need to get out of here. Can you call my team? Can I give you my phone and you call my team?
Cole looks at you and he says, I haven't seen any dead people for ever since we left the hospital.
What are you talking about? I've been getting the same vision and headache over and over again. Oh no.
Kylie, you start to hear the truck horn again. You see a really bright light. Now the vision's coming in a bit more clearly.
Oh no. Am I dead?
Cole, you look down and you see blood.
Is this mine?
Cole looks at you and he asks you, How did you find me? How did you get here?
I'm a part of an agency, and I rode my bike to get here.
And then suddenly it jogs your memory. You were riding your bike and a truck hit you.
I died on the way to get Cole? I'm dead? Oh no! What's Big Chief Macabre gonna think?
Suddenly Cole starts to kind of cry. He goes, Don't! What's happening to you?
I don't know. I think oh, I swear. I was trying to scare you. I didn't know I was dead.
Suddenly
I want you to join our agency.
I want you to...
That's why I'm still on this earth, is to bring him to our agency.
The mission is all that matters. Kylie, you're on the floor now.
Yeah.
You look up and you just see a really bright light. Everything else fades away. And then the light starts to dimmer a bit.
What?
You see a silhouette of it looks like a person, a man.
Okay. Who is it?
It starts to slowly come more into focus.
Hello? Who is it?
It's none other than Chief Big Mac Macabre.
Chief, am I dead? Am I dead?
Olsen! Of course you're not dead. Well, legally you were dead. In a legal sense, you were dead, actually, Olsen, for half the day. Luckily, we had a monkey's paw. Listen to me, Olsen. You're at Pennsylvania Hospital right now. You look down at your feet, and you see that you're in a hospital gown on a bed.
Did you guys find Cole?
You see... No, we didn't find Cole. Listen, Olsen. Listen. He pulls out a severed monkey's paw. He goes, I need you to understand what's going on right now. I've snuck into the hospital as one of the doctors.
I did the
We
same
heard
thing
that
earlier today.
Very poor security here at the hospital. We snuck in as one of the doctors. We've gotten a report that we received a signal after your bike crashed. We found out that you got into a terrible accident. You got hit by a semi-truck.
so that was me the whole time. Oh no.
And worse off, you survived the crash, but your lungs exploded. Well,
What?
one of them did. One of them did.
I must have been terrifying to Cole that whole time then. I must have looked terrible.
He looks at you again, and he goes, listen, as far as any of these doctors are concerned, they helped heal you, okay? You have to make up a story, because they're probably going to be mystified about what happened. But you need to know what actually happened. I'm going to leave now.
Wait,
You look up.
sir, where can I find Cole?
I don't know. That was your mission.
Okay.
You look up at the room around you. You see the room number.
Mm-hmm.
It's L01.
So I'm not in L22. That's good. But I'm on the same floor.
That same the same room where that nurse ran into. Where the flatlining was happening.
They were defibrillating me. They were bringing me back.
Mm-hmm.
Over and over again while I was around. Oh my gosh, the story within the story. Oh my gosh, so I am alive, but I didn't get Cole. Crap. Would he be in the hospital by any chance?
No, you left him back at the house.
I didn't mean to. My soul left him. Because someone decided to put it back in my body.
That darn person put your soul back in your body.
Okay, well,
Chief Macabre quickly and stealthily exits the room, leaving you behind. A nurse walks in. She looks kind of shocked.
Wow, the defibrillator worked.
She just looks confused and puzzled. The next day, because it takes time, do paperwork and things like that, the doctors just can't figure it out. But they ran all the tests on you. You seem to be fine. They wheelchair you out of the hospital. Kylie, you survived this game.
I survived, but I didn't complete my mission, so I feel a little bummed about that. But I survived.
I mean,
I can't believe I was dead the whole time. I should have assumed that.
You exit the hospital, you're in the wheelchair. You hear a motorcycle kind of right up in front of you. There's some short person in leather and shades. They pull up right in front of you.
Yeah.
It's Cole. He goes, "You need a ride?"
Oh my goodness, you found me.
Mr. Cobb found me. He told me that you would be here.
Yeah.
And then he gave me a sweet motorcycle.
Well, kid, I think that's my bike, but that's fine. Let's reconvene at the agency, because I think I'm going to need a couple days off.
Sounds good. Kylie, you are the final girl.
Oh my gosh. Well, technically, I did die.
You did.
I can't believe it was me that was dead. The whole...
There's so many opportunities where, I was like, is she noticing that no one's talking to her right now?
No, I didn't notice that. Thank you. I should have noticed, but I definitely did not the entire time. So that was really good. You crafted that very well. Is difficult to figure out why I couldn't find things. I figured the one hint that I had was how I couldn't read except my letters of my name. That was the only thing that was like, maybe I'm dead, but that seems awfully lofty to just jump to that conclusion. So that's why I never even explored that option. Just like Malcolm wouldn't have. So that was really good. You did a great job. That was fun. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to our RPG edition episode. This is your dead girl talking here. See what I did there? Thank you so much again for tuning in. Make sure to share this with a friend and let us know in the comments what film we should do next. If you do that, you will have the chance to be an NPC in an upcoming episode. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.